How's it going?
Well, it's going good now, but it was almost big bad.
Why do you say that?
Well, we almost had a main event in Madison Square Garden not go our way.
Things don't always go so easily. So we know it's a big heavyweight fight, big championship fight with Artur Beterbiev versus Joe Smith in Madison Square Garden that's coming up. Tell us how your law firm got involved.
Well, we do the visa work for Top Rank Boxing, who promotes Artur Beterbiev, undefeated fighter, largely considered to be one of the top 5 boxers in the world, regardless of weight class. He is from Russia, but right now il habite on Montreal, Quebec. He lives in Montreal, Quebec. And so that's how we got involved with this fight. He is promoted by Top Rank. This is one of the biggest fights of the year. So they put it in the Mecca of boxing, Madison Square Garden.
So we know that he's had some issues with visas and compete in the United States. So how did your law firm come in and step in to solve his issues?
Right. So it's widely known that in 2016, I believe it was, he had a opportunity taken away because his visa was revoked before the fight. What happened is traditionally, especially back then, there was a large number of Canadian promoters that would send their fighters to the United States to fight on B visitor visas. The issue is, the rule is that on visitor visas, you're only supposed to get paid prize money. So if you show up to a place and you automatically get a check for weighing in or showing up, that is not prize money. That's show money. That's like a salary, which is against the rules of the B1 visa. And their argument is that, well, if the promoter in the United States pays the promoter in Canada, and then they in turn pay the fighter, that is a different thing and the work authorization is not needed. I say that they should have always gotten the P1 visa because it's going to catch up with you. And that's what happened in this case.
Tell us more about what you did to help him fight and compete in the United States.
Right. So what happened was we had no problem getting his new P1 visa for 3 years. And then when we went to do the consulate work, which means get his visa stamped with his passport stamped with the visas, where we had the problem. Now, most Canadians can take their approval notice and go to the airport and not even interview with a P1 or O1 visa, pay like $300 and just come in. In his case, we didn't want to risk that because if he did not get admitted that way, we'd have a serious problem with no time to do anything. So we put him to get an interview. So we start going through the interview process, answer questions, and they say he's eligible for a interview waiver, meaning all he has to do is send his passport to the consulate along with some documents, and they stamp it with the visa and they send it back. Now, mind you, they're the ones that tell you that you're eligible for this. You know, we don't ask for it. They look at, you answer some questions, they say you're eligible. So we thought everything was fine. We send that in, and then 3 weeks, from the date of the fight, we find out that that particular interview waiver, the visa was denied, not issued. And so now we have a big problem because the fight is in 3 weeks. Montreal consulates closed. All the other consulates in Canada are either closed or have dates that are about 6 months out. So what we had to do was ask for an emergency appointment in Montreal. And mind you, this to open the consulate up, there's no dates. And then we went to Toronto and asked them to give us an expedited date within 3 days. And within hours, Toronto granted that expedite. And so we had a visa interview in 3 days. We had to prepare a package with the normal information we include in it, and then also additional explanations to say what happened in 2016. Things have been fine since then. And he's always been about trying to comply with the immigration rules and just really kind of push it forward like this is a big fight, world championship in Madison Square Garden, billions of dollars, ESPN. Come on, let's get it happening. And then we found out, I think it was yesterday, that he has his passport back to, mind you, we had to ship that passport back to Montreal because he was in fight camp. They don't just give you the passport the next day. It takes 4 days or whatever, how long it takes. So we can't have him in Toronto without training, especially when it's, kind of the tail end of the camp. But we were able to get him back to Montreal and get his passport shipped to him. And it all happened, from the time of finding it was denied to getting his passport in his hand, 5 days. And today, as we record, this is the 7th, so that's 11 days to spare. And I'm glad we got it done. So that's why today's a good day.
That's quick work there by Old Course Immigration. So will you be there yourself to watch the fight?
Nope. You know why? Because I was nervous. I didn't know. And now we got other plans. So we'll probably do something in Charlotte, where the headquarters are, and we'll go from there.
All right. Well, it's great chatting about you about this wonderful story, and we'll have more to share in the future.
Sounds good.